Hello everyone, I am Gautam and welcome back to my channel. As I mentioned in my previous video, I am currently trying for a PhD admission at BITS-RMIT, Hyderabad campus, IIT BHU, BITS-RMIT joint PhD program. So in today's video, I will be talking specially about BITS-RMIT joint PhD program. First of all, let me give you a brief introduction. Most of you already know about the BITS Pilani. The main campus is located in Pilani, Rajasthan, and it was established in 1964. Apart from that, BITS also has campuses in Hyderabad, Goa, and Dubai. If you are planning to pursue PhD in a pharmacy at BITS in India, you mainly have two campus options, Pilani and Hyderabad. Now at BITS, there are two types of PhD program offered. One is a regular PhD program, second is a joint PhD program. We will talk about regular PhD program in another video. Today, let's focus on the joint PhD program. So what exactly is the BITS RMIT joint PhD? BITS Pilani has a collaboration with RMIT University, Australia. Under this international collaboration, they offer a joint PhD program. This means you get an opportunity to pursue your research at both the institute, BITS India and RMIT in Australia. In other words, you get an international research exposure during your PhD. Now, let's understand the structure of this program. If you are enrolled in this BITS RMIT joint PhD program, you typically work on your project at BITS around 3 to 4 years after completion of the course duration. You will be sent to RMIT University in Australia for approximately 1 year. After completing your research, you will usually return to India for the final submission and degree process. However, if you want to continue working in Australia after your PhD, that depends totally on your personal career choice and the opportunity available at that time. So, this was the brief overview of this program. Now, let's talk about the most important, how to find a project and how to apply in the project. There are multiple ways to find a PhD project. First, you can follow official LinkedIn page. They regularly post available PhD opportunities at a LinkedIn page. Second, you can search for a professor in your field like pharmacy, life science, or related area. Follow them on LinkedIn as many professors post opening directly. Third, you can directly search for available projects on official website. Let me show you how. So in a search tab, you just have to type a BITS RMIT PhD admission, then click a enter button. You will find this apply for the BITS RMIT PhD program. Click on the site, and here is the description of the PhD program, how the assessment will be done, and how to prepare application and everything, right? So here at top you can find the apply now button. Just click on a apply button, that will leads to your new tab. So in this tab you can find various menu options. This home, research, about, contact, student login, and aspire applicant login. In this research menu you can find a current PhD candidate list. Just click on the list. I want to know more of, then click on a view option. Here I can see the status is active. That means she is currently doing a PhD and she has enrolled in 2024 and she is at a third year of the PhD right now.
This is the small description, or I can say background of her. She has done M.Pharm in pharmacology from Punjab University, and a small description. Then if you want to know more about the project, on which project students are working, then click on the research project option. Here is the project description and title is given, as well as the project outcome is given. You can read the description, outcome and project title. The next option is the supervisor. If you want to know who is the supervisor for this project, you can see this Professor Balrama Ghosh, which is a supervisor of this project, and he is from BITS. Other supervisor is from RMIT. And if you want to see the publication made by the student, you can click on the publication tab and you can see the publications. Now coming back to the list of students, and again come back to the home page of the website. Now if you want to find a project directly, then you have to go to the search menu and project. Then many projects are listed here. You can see, if you have already find your project from LinkedIn or somewhere else, you can just write a keywords here. For an example, I am writing harnessing, so the projects will filter out this in this way. If you want to find a project based on the research area, you can just select research area and click on a search. You will get a filtered projects based on your interested research area. All this filter do not work together. You can choose any filter once at a time. Now if you already know about the project title, you can also type a project title. You will get this project title here. Now main portion of finding the project for a student is project status. So there are many projects which are already being allocated to the students. You can see here students allocated. That means there are no more requirement is there for the students. So to find out the projects which are requiring the students, so you can just click on a student required in a project status. You can now click a search button, and here is the list of the project which are required students. If you want to know more about the project, you can click view detail. That will direct you to a new tab. So here is the project detail given. First of all, the project ID, project title, the name of the supervisor from BITS. This project is from BITS Hyderabad campus. The email ID of the supervisor, and then the name of the supervisor from RMIT. Also a email ID of a supervisor from RMIT. And this is the description of the project. You can read the description. It fits to your research interest. And this is the project outcome. And you can see the student capability and qualification. You can check your qualification if it fits to your education qualification. Yeah, so this is the detail of the project, and from here you have to remember this project ID, or you can note down it somewhere, which is required when you are applying for this project. Then again go back to the previous tab, go back to home, and now if you made a decision to apply for the project, then you can click here applicant login. Because I have already applied for this one of the project, I can show you the process, how to apply for the project and what is the further process. So you just have to go to the applicant login. In applicant log, once you register yourself as an applicant, you just have to write down your email address and password, and then click on the login. I have created a PDF of the every pages of my application. So here is the first page of the application. You can find out the application number which is allotted after the registration. You have to search for the project, so which you have already note down the project ID or title. You just have to type here and find out the project and select the project. Then you have to prepare a statement of purpose. On preparation of the statement of purpose, I will prepare a separate video, what to add, what to write, how to prepare. After selecting the SOP, you need to click on the add project button here. After adding the project, you will see the selected projects list here. You can change the project by deleting or adding the project. You can apply for up to 2 projects simultaneously in a one application. I had only applied for one project, so here only one project is seen. After adding the project, you need to click on the continue submission. After clicking the button of the continue submission, second is a qualification detail. Here again application number is seen, personal detail, the name of applicant, date of birth, gender. Now here you have to select and confirm your qualification. There are many options you can see. I have done my masters in a pharmacology, so which is mentioned here. So I have selected this, the qualification requirements. In this, you should have a score of CGPA 8 out of 10, CGPA 3.2 out of 4, and CGPA 5.6 out of 7 as per the Indian qualification. And your degree should include a thesis in your master's, research project or a research methodology. And at a final year of your course, you should have at least a distinction. This is the requirement. And if you have already cleared CSIR, UGC NET, then you have to mention in your SOP, and you have to upload the scorecard of the examination. Next page is about the details of your qualification. In this, you have to select the qualifying exam, passing year, and other details here. Learning mode, if it is a regular mode or external, you have to select here. Qualifying marks and month or a year of passing, you can select. And a duration of course. A result mode is in a percentage or a CGPA. Obtain marks out of total marks, you have to write here. Likewise, for the post graduation, you have to write this all details. And if you have other certification, then you can add here. If you have qualified CSIR and then you are applying for the PhD, you have to attach your CSIR score card here. Then click on the continue submission. Then you will see this page, RMIT specific requirement. RMIT requires a professional with an proficiency in English language. So they ask for the requirement. So here are multiple options they have given. You have to choose the option in which you are getting. Basically, I have qualified my post graduation from the university which is having the English as a medium of instruction and assessment of my study. I have selected this second option, and other you can see the other options if you fit in any of these. Then you have to ask to your university for the English proficiency certificate that should clearly mention that your instruction and assessments was in an English medium. I attest that certificate here. After this, you will see this acknowledgement button. You have to click yes, and then finally you can submit your application. After submitting your application, you can see the portal looks like this. Here you can see the approval status. As I already told you that I have shortlisted for the interview, so here they have mentioned shortlisted. I am preparing this video at this time. The application for the PhD is closed. You can see just July 2026 intakes are closed. So you just have to take an update regularly. You can see the timeline here. For the admission, August intake and application submission period is February to March. First round of interview is between March to April, and second round in a May, and student receive a join condition letter in a June, and candidates begins the coursework at a BITS in August. That means there are 2 times the PhD enrollment is being scheduled by BITS. So this was the complete detail of the BITS-RMIT joint PhD program, how to find a project and how to apply in a project. If you found this video helpful, then like this video and share this video to your friends who are planning for a PhD. Also, do not forget to subscribe this channel for more content on PhD admission, research guide, and my personal interview experience and PhD journey. If you have any question, then feel free to drop in a comment section. I will definitely try to help you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in next video.